Welcome to DF Joinery's YouTube channel. Please like and comment, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. Let's see if we can learn something today. As I always say, you never stop learning in joinery. So the good news is we have finally received the ironmongeries from Joseph Giles. Just unpacking it here, having a quick look at it, see what we've got, as it's been a 10-week lead time. I must say there was a bit of a misunderstanding because we got told it was a 10-week lead time because they had to make the stuff. So the hinges, the knocker, the door pull knob, etc. But it turns out that the multi-point lock, which goes in the Sidelight, that was actually supplied by Coastal, which is another ironmongery company. And you will see this in a minute when we look at that, because it's got the Joseph Giles stuff on the tube, and then it's got the Coastal ironmongery wrapping as well. And the pivot hinge, which was also waiting on a 10-week lead time, as you can see right here, is actually an Exodor pivot hinge, which you get from anywhere. So there must have been a misunderstanding when it came to this multi-point lock that we're looking at now and the pivot hinge. Everything else, 100% agree, is Joseph Giles, been made in-house, but I just think there was a misunderstanding when it comes to that part. So if you remember in the last one, we dry fitted the frame, had it all together. Now we're taking it all apart again, so we can start fitting the pivot hinge. Depending on what footage we've got, we may do a full video just on fitting the pivot hinge. Haven't decided yet. I want to see what footage we have of it. So this is just the actual bottom hinge itself. We're fitting at the moment into the seal, put the bottom plate in, no problem whatsoever. And then we're going to remove the head and do the same with the top. It's all marked on the drawing, which you can see there, where the centre of the pivot hinge is. Off the top of my head, I can't remember that. I think it was 70 millim, something like that. It'd be also good to take note of the drawing, which the chisels has just gone on at the moment, because once we finish doing this and put it all back together, we will have to take the jam off, and we will have to do that detail, which comes up next. We'll be doing on the spindle, putting that detail in the side. Hopefully you'll see that again in a minute once he moves the chisels. Probably not now I've said that. There we go. But as it's a pivot hinge, the door style needs to come round. So the door opens inwards, so the part of the style will go to the outside. So if that was just a square rebate, that would never open. So we're just putting, you can see it now, we just put that section into the jam. Just to allow the door to open. You can see the lines we've put on that drawing as well to allow it to swing and pivot. This is actually, you've just seen us fit this, but this was another bit of us unpackaging it, just making sure it's all there. And now the detail you just saw in the drawing again, but for the sash, we're just machining that on there as well. So just a rebate with a radius the ends, just so it stays nice and tight, and yeah, it's a nice smooth opening. So we've already fitted the big control box into the head of the frame, and also we've put the small pivot into the bottom of the frame, and now we're just putting the arms into the top and the bottom of this frame. Well, this is the actual sash itself. We're putting the top and the bottom into here, and now testing if it works. So first time, not exactly, need to make a few adjustments, just take things back out. It's not quite right. Always want to make sure it's 100%, and it was after that. So these are the Joseph Giles hinges we're fitting. Always do these on a jig, just easier and quicker, because you know when you're doing them all the time, it's just a lot easier doing it that way, a lot neater. You might be thinking, why are we doing it standing up? This frame weighs a lot. So it was a lot easier to do it standing up than it would be to try and move that frame. There's no point in getting hurt doing it. And this is the multi-point lock we was talking about a minute ago. Now, we haven't done the groove on the spindle because, as you can see, it's stopped. So it was just easier for us to do it with a router for the faceplate. Knock out the main thing on the body for it all, and yeah, job done, away we go. Again, this has all been sped up. If anyone wants to see we can do a more detailed video on how we do our locks if anyone wants us to. If you do, please just leave a comment and we're happy to do that. And this is actually, the main door's got Banham ironmongery, which is what we're just fitting now. And in the background, we have a staircase being wedged up. We didn't really show you much of the Banham stuff being fitted. Reason being is we didn't actually know how Banham would feel about that, so we just decided not to really show much about it. But anyway, this is a frame-ledged and braced tongue and groove door, and the door is painted. We are painting the tongues and the grooves for the door before it goes together. Reason being is once it's all done and together, you'll never be able to get paint in there, and there will be some movement in these, which is why we like to paint the tongues beforehand. So if there's any movement, you're not going back to bare wood, so there will be some paint. And the eagle eyes of you will be asking, why are we doing grey on some and white on others? The reason is this door is two-tone, so we have a dark colour on the outside and a light colour on the inside, which is why the outside boards have been done in grey and the inside boards have been done in white. What we're doing now, the white is never seen, so it doesn't matter what colour we do this because it's all going to be covered up in boards, but we always like to prime it first just in case anything gets through. Same with the back of the boards, we always like to prime them. And they're never seen, so it doesn't matter what colour these are. So this is the outside, because we've got the grey on there. Put them all on, space them all out, nice 3mm joint. Reason we've done a 3mm joint is it's coming into winter, so there's going to be more chance of swelling. In the summer, we generally do a 2mm joint. In the winter, a 3mm joint. We touch wood so far, we've never had any problems doing it this way. So we've done that, and then we've marked out where all the screws are going. Drill them all out, hoover it all off, and then screw it all down. And the door is insulated, so as you can see now, we are putting the insulation in between the door just to make it hold heat well, so it doesn't lose heat anytime soon. It does its job, more thermal efficient. Again, 3mm packers, space it all out. Shows how much insulation's in there. We had to put that cramp head down to hold it flat. So the inside of the door, we drill it and then we will fix them down and we will pellet it to hide the holes. So we're happy with these, but there was a few screw positions we wasn't sure what we wanted to do, so we marked it out, and then myself and Chris was having a look at it, having a discussion of what we did and didn't want. We wanted to put enough fixings in to hold the boards down, but not too much. It looks like it's been shot by a shotgun. Yes, I know it's all going to get painted, but there will be some movement, so we don't want later on to be loads of rings in there. So this is what we decided in the end and finished up with. Once that's done, they'll all be cut off. You won't see it. It'll all be belt sanded and then done. And then it went to the sprayers to get a two-tone paint finish. Blue on the outside, white on the inside, fitted with Banham ironmongery in the main door and Joseph Giles hinges on the main door, and there will be a door knocker and a door knob going on there. The butt hinges are Joseph Giles as well. Yeah, and this is it. Very happy with it. Customer was very happy with it. It turned out really well. Hope you like it.